Turn the camera up. Perfect.
Hey,
Hi.
What's up?
can you hear
Sorry
us
about how
okay?
long it took us to get this going.
I know. Here we are, though.
The long
Yes,
anticipated
yes,
interview.
the long anticipated interview. So first of all, would you each introduce yourself and then briefly explain your sound for anyone watching?
Sure. I'll start. I'm Trent. I am the drummer for Poe the Passenger.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jeff. I play the vocals for Poe the Passenger, and we like to compare our sound as a somewhere between Imagine Dragons and Linkin Park fused together. We've got the alternative rock anthems, but we like to experiment with sounds, much like Imagine Dragons does with like hip hop, electronic sounds, things of that nature.
Yeah, I think that's a good summary.
Thank you.
After listening to you more, I'm like, yeah, I feel it. Yeah.
Appreciate
Solid.
that. Thank you.
So how did you get started, each of you, with creating music? Was it something you always wanted to do? And maybe how the band formed?
Sure. Yeah. I always had a knack for music. I remember growing up, going on road trips, and my mom playing different CDs, and a lot of it was Christian rock stuff, Creed. I loved it. I went to church.
Yes.
And I found myself always staring at the drummer and being enamored with the drums and just how beautifully they looked being played and how they sounded and everything. And I begged my mom to get me a drum set forever. And eventually I got one and joined a ton of crappy bands in throughout my teens and eventually found Jeff.
Wow. Nancy Martirosian for the win.
Mm-hmm.
What a lovely lady. Um, yeah, I had the profound pleasure of spending every weekend with my older brother. He's got 14 years on me, and he introduced me to like some of my favorite bands like Green Day, Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, and we would always go to FYE or whatever the record store was and buy the latest album and just blast it all weekend. So really he really tailored me to that, to my love for music. And he actually introduced me to my guitar teacher, Mark Wydra, who, played with incredible blues musicians. I'm from Chicago originally, took lessons every week, wanted to be in a rock band, never practiced, the typical musician crap. And then I played in a bunch of shitty bands, like Trent said. And yeah, I was petrified of singing. I was always the bassist or the guitar player in the back. And then I moved to Los Angeles out of a pursuit of an acting career, and that failed miserably. So I was like, you know what, let's do this music thing again. And
Yeah.
I stumbled upon some incredible musicians, Trent being one of them, and they just encouraged me to sing. And now I'm a frontman for a touring rock band. So I don't know how the hell it happened, but we're here.
You just had to approach it like acting, like I can do this. I
Yeah,
can I
exactly.
can be a vocalist.
Yeah, exactly. Lie to
And
myself
Trent,
every day.
did you watch drummers and you were like, well, I would love to carry all of that gear on stage.
Oh my gosh. That is my least favorite part about
Yeah.
playing the drums is all the gear that you have to lug around.
I'm
That's
sure no
also
one
why I
helps.
started playing guitar. Sorry, what were you saying?
I'm sure no one helps.
No, these guys are great. They help
Oh,
all the
good.
time. I mean, it makes it way easier. But yeah, that's for any of you out there that want to play the drums, just don't.
Just don't
Just
become a
don't.
DJ.
Yeah,
Don't be in
become
a
a
band.
DJ.
Become a DJ.
It's the
Yeah.
Yeah,
worst.
it's funny. I always see these TikToks or these reels about band members and like the crap that that vocalists get because they're always like drummers carrying equipment and they got all this like stuff, and then like guitarists with the amps and stuff, and then the vocalist is just like kicking it on the tour van.
Yeah.
I'm always helping people out. I did not know that that was an option that I could just kick back and let everybody do the
Yeah.
thing. So I'm always like carrying shit. It's great.
So, okay, speaking of TikTok, how do you feel about its influence on the music industry? Sounds like it's been very helpful in getting your music out, right?
Yeah, I mean, Trent and I are realizing that the more you resist technology and the more you resist social media, the older you get. So, we're embracing the fact that, hey, this is just the way that it's going to be.
Hmm.
And we resisted for a little while with TikTok. And then we realized that if it's a free marketing tool that,
Yeah.
can show your video. Like we had a video hit 4 million views in like 2 weeks. It's like
Wow.
none of our content has ever hit that much exposure. And not only that, but it was free. I shot a video in my car. I talked about our music. I listened to one of our songs, and then 4 million people saw it. And it's like, that doesn't even happen on Like people don't
Yeah.
even watch, not even that many people watch the finale of a TV show that's on primetime television anymore. So the fact that
Mhm.
4 million people looked at something through their phone, it tells you something. And it's
Yeah.
been incredibly exponential growth for the band. We've noticed that 75 to 80% of the people coming out to our shows on tour are from TikTok. Our Spotify monthly listeners just in the last month have gone up maybe 200, 300%. It's just like the conversion from TikTok is insane, and it
Mm.
works for us. It doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah.
um and TikTok's like switching things up right now with apparently musicians, because they're trying to become the new YouTube. So we got to evolve, but it causes us to not be stagnant, I think. And
Mhm.
it's tricky. It's like a challenge. We both like challenges, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're happy about it.
I think it's pretty great, honestly. I think for a long time, you have their record labels that were controlling the music that you were hearing on the radio and who was getting signed and everybody, and it was the
Hmm.
same 10 bands, and you're getting sick of it. But now I think TikTok is putting the power back in the people's hands, where if they like something, if the people like something, they're going to watch it, they're going to repost it and everything, show it to their friends, and now you have record labels that are signing artists that are getting big from TikTok, and the reason why they're getting big is because people enjoy them and are blowing them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's putting the power back in the people's hands, where now the people could again be like, I like this band, I don't like that band. And those bands that are becoming successful are the ones that people are voting for, or following, and reposting and everything. It's great.
Yeah. Okay. So the video that was that popular, that was about hologram, right?
Yes, we 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 I have a bad reputation in this band of like leaking stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
So I was like laughing about that. One, I apologize. I didn't get your name. What was your name?
Melanie. Sorry,
Melanie. And
Melanie.
I'm so glad you're feeling better, Melanie. I know you
Yes.
weren't feeling so well last week, and I'm glad we were able to reschedule this. But nevertheless,
Yeah.
great to see you and officially meet you, Melanie.
Yeah.
But yeah, we often joke in this band that I'm always the one like messing things up. I'm always leaking stuff. So like I shot a video. I was a little down on my luck about TikTok. I'm like, all right, 2023, I'm gonna go into TikTok full force. I'm gonna make 3 videos a day. Day one of me doing that was one of the 3 videos was like the one that hit 4 million views. I'm like, of course. But I like was just listening to one of our demos in the car that was not even scheduled to be released. And of course, that video is the one that like caused all this,
Hoopla.
all this hoopla on TikTok. And then Trent's like, hey dude, so we don't have like a release date for that. And then the manager's like, yeah, I didn't know we were gonna like start promoting that. I'm like, my bad. And then but it was cool because it forced us to listen to the people. Like Trent said, it puts the power in the people's hands. And so many
Yeah.
people were requesting it that we're like, we have to put it out now
Yeah.
because we're not going to dangle the carrot in front of these people. It's like if they want to give it to them. So
Yeah.
we put it on the forefront of our scheduled releases, and we're just super happy we did because it's really brought a lot of new Poe fam, as we like to call them,
Yeah.
supporters into our community. So we're happy as can be.
And the video is amazing. It goes really well with it.
Oh,
Do
thank you.
you
The
have a
music video.
favorite video so far?
Oh man. Well, that one is super cool because it is the lowest budget music video I think we've ever done.
Yeah.
It literally
Can't
cost
can't get
us
any lower.
$150. We shot it in our apartment. It's like completely green screened, even though we don't own a green screen. So, and it
Yeah.
was fun because I got to use some like AI software and stuff. But it's definitely one of my favorites because it made me remember what it was like being in college or being in school, where it's like try and make something with nothing.
Yeah.
And we, could have spent $5,000 on a music video, or we could just see like what can I come up with in my brain and create, in these incredible AI software programs. And that's what we did. I would say favorite music video.
Mhm.
The one that's got the soft spot in my heart is the Heartstrings music video because my bandmates, Trent and Matt and everybody was like, "Hey, let's go to Chicago and go see your family and like make this music video about family." And we like took a trip to Chicago, even though Trent hates Chicago. He thinks they got dog shit food,
I
but
love it.
no, it was cool because it's the first time that was even before we went on tour. It was like the first time we traveled as a band and we did something, and it really it was just such a special experience, and getting
Mhm.
to know each other's families a little bit more. It's a tearjerker of a music video, which you don't always get. So
Yeah.
we love that. What about you, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the Where You Go music video.
Yes.
Our director, he had all these different locations in mind when we were shooting it, and I was just kind of along for the ride. We all piled into his SUV, and he was taking us to the Salton Sea
Mm.
and this lighthouse in the middle of the desert and this abandoned bridge and this abandoned train that we had to get to via going through a nudist colony. And
It was amazing.
it's just the most amazing thing because our other music videos I've been so involved in, and it's kind of painful how slow it takes in the production process and how everything needs to be planned out. But that one, I was really more hands off, and so I just got to jump in the car and be told where to go and what to do, and it was just a blast. It was so much
Yeah.
fun to film.
Yeah.
Okay. So stepping back a tiny bit, how is there a story behind the name Poe the Passenger?
Yeah, for sure. We always liked bands that were literary references, like 21 Pilots and things like
Yeah.
that. And they just something about it gives the band longevity, in my opinion, especially um, when it's something you relate to. And yeah, it's Passenger comes from a short story from an Edgar Allan Poe excerpt.
Mhm.
own a bunch of Edgar Allan Poe short story books and stuff like that, and obviously has some more classic works like The Telltale Heart and The Raven, all these things. And um, I always enjoyed his poetry, and you know, something that's really important to me is my dad passed away when I was really little, and I know that Edgar Allan Poe was really a big influence on my dad's artistic influences, and he left behind all these like poetry books. And I remember finding like letters from him that my family had like stashed in these books, and it's just kind of been a really cool way of getting to know him. So in a way, the band name was an homage to my late father, but there is that short little quote that talks about being a passenger in life, and it really resonated
Mhm.
with me. And I just loved the idea that the band name was so unique. um, Trent and I talk about this a lot in interviews because it's so hard to find a band name in 2023. We
Yeah.
literally have a game. If you come up with a random word or like random two words and then you put it in a Spotify and see if it's a band, like 9 times out of 10 it's a band. And and for us it's fantastically unique that we kind of stumbled upon this really unique name, and
Mhm.
we love it. So we're happy to be here, and we're happy to take in all of the Edgar Allan Poe references that we get on a nonstop basis.
Yeah.
Cranberry apples.
Yeah, that's a band.
Cranberry. I think I'm gonna stump it. I don't think that's a band.
Cranberry apples.
Cranberry apples. There's no way that's a band. Can we look it up on Spotify
Let's
right
do
now?
it.
Let's
Let's do
go.
I'm
it.
checking.
I think I'm gonna beat the game.
Wait.
That's how you win. Is you find a band name that doesn't exist.
Okay, and then Melanie, you got to come up with one
Yeah.
without
Oh boy.
looking, just off the top of your head. I'm going with Melon
Cranberry.
Tree.
Nice. Cranberry
There's a
apples.
song called Cranberry Apple Sauce.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. Yep. No artist.
Wow. Are you on
There's
artist?
there's an
Or
artist
artist?
called Blueberry Applesauce.
Okay, my band name off the top of my head. I'm a big cat lady, so
Okay.
Majestic Toe Beans.
Toe
Majestic
beans?
toe beans.
Yeah, toe beans, like the paw pads, they're called toe beans.
Oh,
There's definitely a podcast called Majestic Toe Beans for sure.
Really?
toe beans.
No, I'm just making
No,
that up.
oh,
I have no
okay.
idea.
Damn, there's the magic beans. No majestic toe beans. I don't think so.
Ooh, we
All
all
right.
we all
won.
we all straight up won.
That's amazing.
I said melon tree. There is the lemon trees, which is actually there's your cat. How
Aw.
cute.
Jasper.
And there's even a band called Melon Melon.
Oh
So,
wow.
Any
Shout
word
out to Melon
repeated.
Melon.
Yeah, one time I was like, I bet there's a band called
Yeah.
Lions, and we looked them up, and definitely there was a band called
Mm-hmm.
Lions, and not only that, I was like,
Wow.
these guys are pretty good.
That's how we find bands to go on tour with. We just think
Yeah.
of random band names.
Yeah.
We liked your band name. We Googled it. You were real.
How
Let's do
funny
this tour.
How funny would that be if like you told them that that's how I discovered your band is I
Yeah.
made up a band name and then found out you existed and then
Yeah.
realized you guys are really good.
They would
Yeah.
remember that for their entire lives.
Oh my god, amazing.
Hmm.
So do you have anything in particular that you want people to take away from your songs? Like, do you have sort of a mission
Yeah, I
as
think
Poe the Passenger?
community is a huge mission statement for us, and we just want people to feel the togetherness. We put a huge emphasis on the Poe fam and spreading positivity. And I think when people listen to our songs, we want them to feel that community. We want them to feel like they're not alone, or whatever they're going through or whatever they're struggling with, they're not the only people there.
Mhm.
There's other people out there to help you. Particularly the song Strangers, it is a song about feeling like you've disassociated from society and you're kind of an outsider. And so I think we're a band for the outsiders.
Yeah, amen to that. There's a quote from the Armenian community that says, "Blood makes you related, loyalty makes you family," and I really resonate with that. I think that we have open arms for people that have, maybe like troubled family life or have a hard time fitting in, and I
Mhm.
think Trent and I can both relate to that in some kind of facet. And it's just cool to welcome people into that tribe, the family,
Yeah.
because it's like, the group of misfits that don't fit together, but somehow they fit together. To me, that always made the
Yeah.
best story. And if we can create that outlet for people and help maybe one person, it's
Mhm.
it's so worth it.
Has that, gone well? Like, how have your experiences with fans been?
Been great.
Amazing.
Yeah, been
Yeah.
Yeah.
really great.
Internationally too. I mean, we
Yeah.
have pen pals all over the world. It's kind of
Oh, wow.
amazing. And
Yeah.
we know that when we open up Instagram or TikTok, we're gonna have a message from somebody in France or somebody in the Netherlands. I just shipped our debut album to somebody in the Netherlands. So to know
Oh,
that,
wow.
and what was kind of cool is like we're releasing a deluxe edition of our first album with 2 new songs, but we haven't announced that yet. We've only talked about it in interviews. And
Mhm.
like people that are purchasing the album now, I'm putting those 2 bonus tracks on there just
Yeah.
like because inside I know that they're gonna have that moment of like, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
And just like it kind of cool, because you don't get surprised anymore in 2023. There's no surprises. You know what's coming to you. It's just
Mhm.
like that's how life is. And I don't know if somebody in the Netherlands is like shocked when they hear those 2 bonus songs. That makes me
Yeah.
happy.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. So has your musical style evolved as a band since you began?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
yeah, so much.
Yeah.
There's songs that are still on Spotify that I feel like we need to get rid of because they just don't represent our sound anymore. But it's
Yeah.
taken a long time. Comedians talk about finding your voice and how they say it takes roughly 10 years to find your own voice. I think with musicians, it's kind of the same thing. You start
Mhm.
writing and you're emulating the people that you're influenced by, and eventually those influences get so mixed up that you start coming up with your own sound. And I feel like within the past like year or 2 or 3, really starting with Alinea, we're starting to hone in our sound and find that sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of this answer is twofold because you were talking about the relationship with fans. I actually had one of
Mhm.
our OG fans who's literally been with us since 2018. They have our phone number, which is,
Mhm.
totally cool because we're like really close. They
Yeah.
called me out of the blue and they're like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I went on a road trip with one of my friends that doesn't know you guys, and we listened to your catalog from like 2017 to now, and it was
Yeah.
so cool to talk about music and just talk about influences." And they were like, "Oh, my friend felt like they heard you guys growing up. Like they
Aw.
could hear like maturity coming in and like us experimenting." It was just like a really cool phone call to hear that not only do we experience growth
Mhm.
um, in writing, but our supporters, our Poe fam, they also experience that growth. They're growing with us, which is like
Yeah.
something that we had never anticipated, right? You know,
Yeah.
and that has been so fantastic. So we love experimenting. We're always doing crazy stuff in the studio, always trying to write with new people and try things out. So we love
Yeah.
it.
Do you think you'll continue to evolve?
I
No,
hope
never.
that's the
We're
Never?
goal.
stagnant.
Yeah,
Okay.
we never want to be
No,
stagnant.
of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
We always want to try new things. I'm gonna start playing the drums and Trent's gonna sing actually on the next record.
Yeah.
So
Fixed
Mix it
uh
fixed
up
wheels
on
only.
stage one night, just
yes.
all
Yeah.
switch instruments and see what
That
happens.
that'd be
Yes.
fun.
That would be fun.
That's recipe for a train wreck right
You have to
there.
come up with a new band name at that point, and then you can
Yeah.
Yes.
search
We're the
Spotify.
cranberry apples.
Yeah.
Cranberry
Good
apples.
night. Wow.
Do you happen to have, I like asking this question because I get such good wisdom sometimes. Do you
Mm.
have a motto or good advice that you live by?
Ooh.
Maybe not even necessarily related to music. It could be just anything in life.
Yeah, never eat soggy waffles. No, we say always be authentically you. I
Yeah.
think that's something
Yes.
we say every show. And I think that's when people are at their best is when they're not hiding their true selves, as long as they're not a-holes, you know,
Yeah.
if that's not their true selves. But yeah, always be authentically you. I think people are happier that way. And if people are happier, I think that makes the world a better place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen to that for
All
sure.
right.
I can't think of anything that's not silly, so I'm just gonna stay quiet.
Yeah.
I think my favorite response to that so far has been fuck around and find out.
Look
Fuck
around and
Wow.
around and
find
find
out.
out. I like that.
Yeah. When you were both growing up, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Ooh.
When I was little, I wanted to be a
Yeah.
baseball player, and then I realized how
Okay.
terrible I was. And then I, soon after, I think around the age of like 14, 15, or 16, I wanted to be a musician. And my
Yeah.
parents would ask me, and I said, literally, I want to do anything in music.
Here
So
you are.
here I am, living the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, when I hear stories from my mom, I mean, my mom's a lovely lady. She's our biggest hype man for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But she says that when I was a kid, she said that I wanted to be a rock star, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever wanted to go to space.
No.
Um, yeah, other than that, I can't think of anything. Yeah, I think
Okay.
that or a magician maybe.
That'd be cool.
Right?
Oh,
I think a
Yeah,
magician would be cool.
that'd be
Like,
sweet.
I
yeah.
feel like you get like some type of book with like secrets, you know? You're like an inner circle, like Illuminati situation or something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'd be into that.
I think that would be a good band name. The Something Magicians.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's it. You actually it's just something magicians.
Something Magicians.
The
Yeah.
faulty magicians.
The Failed Magicians.
The failed magicians. I like
Failed
that.
magicians.
I
That's a
like
band
that.
from 95 right there,
For
for
sure. I'm
sure.
looking
Probably.
it up. I'm looking
Failed
it up.
magicians. What about you,
Yeah.
Melanie? What did you want to be when you grew up?
I first thing I think I wanted to be a princess.
Of course,
Mm.
right? That's who
Um,
wouldn't want to be a princess?
and not long after that, I got into photography through my mom, and that's what I do on the side. So concert photography. So
Oh, amazing.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And where are you
Mhm.
based at?
North Carolina.
Oh, yes. Dude, we got to go to North Carolina.
You
Oh yeah.
do.
Yeah. I've heard great
This is
things.
I
actually
travel all over. Charlotte,
short
Raleigh. I go to all of them.
short story about North Carolina. So
Yeah.
I go to Atlanta with my brother and my sister. At the time, my sister was living in Georgia. They're like twice my age, 14 and 18 years older than me. My
Mhm.
favorite band of all time is Green Day, which I know makes me a total lame dad, but
No.
I love Green Day. And they went on the Hella Mega tour with Fall Out Boy and another
Yes.
band that I won't talk about because we always talk about them way too much. Anyways, so because we go to the Hella Mega tour in Atlanta, we're having a great time. And we meet this family. They're sitting in the seats behind us. Super awesome. I think it was three kids and the mom. The mom was like the pack leader, and she was having a great time. And her three kids were like in their teens or something like that, and they really wanted to see these bands. And she took them out and like had a great time. We like bonded with them. We took photos with them. This was in Atlanta. Flash
Mhm.
forward to maybe a couple months later. Trent and I are raising funds for our debut album, Alinea.
Mhm.
And this family makes like a really like kind of anonymous donation on like one of the top tiers of our album. And we're like, who are these people? And it's the family that we were making friends with at the Hella Mega tour because they're like, oh, we checked out your profile and we saw that you're in a band and stuff, and we just wanted to help out. Like,
Oh,
what a
wow.
wonderful experience. And they're incredible people. We have an incredible relationship with them. Um, I think it's the
Crowfoot.
Crowfoot family. And when we go
Yeah.
to North Carolina, we're gonna have you take photos, and they're gonna be
Yeah,
VIP lounge.
I'm
Um,
in.
but just like music is togetherness. Like what a
Mhm.
crazy. They was in
It
Atlanta
is.
and they're from North Carolina. Like, what are you guys doing here? It was just weird. But
Yeah,
anyways, we were
it's
happy
it's
about it.
crazy. Okay, if you were an animal, what would you be and why?
Mm.
Be a hawk. Yeah. Flying just sounds awesome. It really does. And
Flying.
might as well be like an apex bird, you know.
Yeah.
You don't want to be flying around worrying, like looking over your shoulder while you're flying. thinking
Yeah.
that something's just going to snatch you out of the air and that's it, game over. Like you're not going to watch the last season of You because you just got snatched out of the air,
Yeah.
or you're not going to see the end of The Last of Us because boop, you're done.
Yeah.
So Hawk.
I feel like, what about like a whale? I know I never thought about this, but what if a whale could like explore the ocean? Nobody's gonna mess with a whale. Like,
That's true.
there aren't whale poachers out there, so you could
Oh,
just
there are.
really
Yeah.
they kill whales.
Yeah, they still kill whales. In
That's-
Iceland, you could eat whale.
What?
Yeah, I've had it. I don't know how legal that is, but I had it.
Anyways, well, I
So,
wanna,
so that's why you want to be a whale?
well, no, I want to be a water animal so I can explore the ocean.
Okay.
And I was thinking like, okay, what's an animal that not another animal is gonna eat? But I guess a whale isn't gonna get eaten by another animal, so or
True.
mammal.
True.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, no. Sharks don't even mess with them.
Yeah, I guess I could be a shark, and I'd be like the cool shark.
From Finding Nemo?
Yeah, and just do some
Yeah.
exploring. Yeah.
Sweet.
I like
I don't even like water that much though.
it.
I'm very
A good reason
confused
to
as a
explore
human.
it. I mean, I don't know,
Yeah.
explore the unknown.
Snow leopard, that'd be sweet.
Ooh, yeah,
'Cause
Mhm.
People will get excited when they see you. And people want to take photos of snow leopards.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, what is the weirdest or funniest question you've been asked in an interview?
There's been some weird ones out there.
Josh always came up with
Josh
some
always
weird
had
stuff.
weird ones. Yeah. He asked me about Pokemon Go, which is so weird because I don't think I've ever said in any other interview before his that I play Pokemon Go, and he just
Yeah,
somehow
how did he know?
came up with that. And he's like, "Hey, are you still playing?" I was like, "How do you know that?"
Yeah.
So bizarre, so bizarre. So that was weird for me.
I want to say weirdest question interview. Probably Joshua Courtwright. He does Room 6 in Las Vegas. He had just like I think he did like a background check on me because he brought up something crazy.
Bro, stuff from high school,
He was, yeah,
right?
he like knew that I was on the forensics team in high school and like that I placed regionally. Like I
Oh,
was like I
wow.
placed first or second like for the region in some, I think he said it was dramatic duet acting or something like that. I'm like, how did you even find that? I don't even know if it's on
Wow.
the internet, you know? I don't know. He asked me about that. I think that was pretty strange.
Dude, he's like Nardwar.
Yeah.
He is, if you know who that is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Kooky interviewer
Oh, okay.
that just finds out like the weird, most random things about artists and then has a little sign off. He goes like, doot, 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 doot. And you're supposed to randomly
Doot,
just go,
doot.
yeah, you're supposed to finish it.
Yep.
He has that
Wow.
too. Yep.
Well, now I have to ask, do you have a favorite Pokemon?
Yeah, I like Scyther.
Okay.
Mm.
Scyther from the OG 151.
Yeah.
What do you?
Squirtle.
Squirtle. Cute.
Mm.
Good choice.
Squirtle.
Oh, we have a Bulbasaur in our kitchen.
Yes.
Bulbasaur?
Bulbasaur. Yep.
I don't know anything about Pokemon.
Such a dad.
If you asked me what my favorite Pokemon, I'd be like Pikachu, probably.
Oh, lame.
Charmander.
That's a good one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Charmander's still cool, but Pikachu's out.
Yeah.
Got it.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. She's pretty mid.
All right. So last but certainly not least, do you have any closing messages for the Poe fam?
Mm.
Yeah.
Anything
have
to
some-
leak?
Yeah. Well, Jeff
Or
brought it up.
just, you know.
Let me just flip through
Oh,
my
gosh,
files real
yeah.
quick. Let me get something to leak.
Yeah, no, we have the deluxe version of our debut album coming out on the 28th,
29th, yeah, of
29th
March.
of this month. So there's going to be 2 additional tracks on there that are really fun that kind of expand the sound of Alinea and kind of bridge the gap into what's coming into the future. So we're really excited to share that with everyone.
Yeah, we like
Okay.
to say that it really completes this story. And now when we listen back from front to back, it really just, I think it says who we are, and we're really excited about album 2. We are writing album 2. There's more to come. Hologram's not the only one. We got 2 more new singles that we can't wait to share
Great.
with you guys. And yeah, we love you. We love the Poe fam. We love you guys so much. We added a Poe fam sign up to our link in bio on all of our socials so people can request shows. They can tell us what venues they want us to see at. and or want to see us at rather, and what bands they think we should tour with. So go on there, check in. If you want us to come to North Carolina, let us know. And we wouldn't do this. We wouldn't be doing a band if it weren't for you guys. So we're happy to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you
Of
so
course,
much.
Melanie,
All
glad
right.
you're feeling
Bye.
better.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
All
Bye.
right, adios.
Bye. Say hi to the Crowfoot family.